right, this Friday there will be a closing party for the X-ray X-ray artisan, Dr. X, Tom Newbold, our dear friend, because of course the opening was sleeted and then iced and frozen out.
That's very true.
So this Friday will be a different situation.
Yeah, it'll be a grand celebration. We're going to have champagne and hors d'oeuvres, and everybody will be able to see the show. And it's closing just the next day, so it'll be the final chance everybody has to see the show if they want to.
We want to take folks inside now, the York Street Cafe and Art Gallery. And the director thought the opening was kind of hokey, so I'm going to start on this moose instead of Tom. Well, I mean, that's just what the man told me.
All right.
So this is downstairs. This is the area of the restaurant.
That's a dining room in the restaurant.
Dining room in the restaurant.
And there's a painting that Betsy Cunningham does, who owns the bar.
Right. And
there's the bar area there, and another moose head that they have.
And one of the
employees right there.
Kitchen in a little bit.
This is upstairs where my show is on the 3rd floor.
Why Broken Dreams? Why did you call it?
Oh, that's because of that first one that I showed. That's the name of that piece, and I just use each piece to name it. Now, this is a shower curtain that I have with X-rays across it. I call it X-ray quilt. And as you can see, there's many, many X-rays on there, full-length ones in different parts of the body. And because of the large exhibition space, I was able to put the whole X-ray quilt up, and people can see that, and there's just a light source behind it, so I didn't have to worry about a light box, because it'd be hard to find a light box that large.
Well, that's natural light.
Well, yes.
What do you do at night? They turn on
There's a light. There's a light behind it.
Okay.
Now, these two over here are called Adam and Eve. And what they are their torsos that are clear plastic, which is sort of hard to see from this angle, but as they go in closer, as you can see clear through to the back where I've put X-rays along the back, so now you can see what the bones look like behind the torso for each one.
Wow.
So if you ever wondered what a person looked like, here you can get a real good perspective on what they look like, as if their skin was invisible and you could see right through to the bones. That's the way Superman must view people.
Who modeled you for Adam and the original? The original Adam and Eve
The original Adam and Eve modeled for these.
I don't see a fig leaf anywhere.
There's no fig leaf.
Or an apple.
No apple either. We had to get rid of that.
And no serpent.
No.
Okay.
This is just
this is just somewhere in space representation.
Right. And this is some more artwork that I have. We're going to sort of zero in here on one on the left, and this one is called Post-Operative Celebration, and it's gels and confetti and zippers and all sorts of things in that one. And here's a light box to show people that they're on light boxes, and this one has blue gel behind it, and it's of 2 starfish, and then I put bubble wrap in front of it, which gives it the appearance of if it was underwater, and sort of the underwater with bubbles type of appearance on that.
Why 2 of them? Thank goodness you don't have them mating.
I don't know. It looked good. Now this one is you look at these objects here on this table, and then there's handcuffs and jewelry and a seashell. As you look up, then you'll see what actually those objects look like when they're X-rayed.
Wow.
So this gives people an idea of what something looks like that I did X-ray, and then what the result of it, because a lot of people, when they looked at this originally, go, I can't imagine what some of those things are in the X-ray. So there's seashells there on the left, etc. Now these 2 objects right here that are on light boxes, the one on the right here is called On the Beach, and it has seashells. And what I've done is I've put different colored gels behind them, and that way you can sort of differentiate each one. And as you look, you can see the great detail that we got on the X-ray there on that top seashell. It turned out really nice. And some of the most popular. Now this one.
The brain?
Yeah. Now, who do you think this might be of?
Yours.
Yes. How did you guess?
Because I saw you standing there.
Oh, yeah. You've already seen the tape on this one. Yeah. Well, it's not of this guy right here, I'll tell you that. But it's actually my MRI that I had done. And it's showing that I'm really crazy.
Is that right? You've lost it.
I've lost it, and there's the proof, and people can see that. And this is one of the, from outside the show, just a picture that I have that I use.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you deal with X-rays as you come across them, or do you ever seek them out? seeking for a certain effect?
There's a lot of x-rays that I would like to seek out, although I haven't really had much success doing that. One thing I would like to get is, if there's any radiologists out there watching, is people swallow all sorts of different things. I would like to get a series of all the different things that people swallow. I've got some with rosaries and things like that. Safety pins? Yes, and safety pins.
Come on.
Yeah, and I would like to get a larger collection of those. And then the other thing I'm seeking out is from the airport, I would like to get x-rays of luggage. You know how people go through and they have their luggage? It might be kind of neat to see some maybe even that had bombs or knives or guns.
Or
an Uzi or something like that. I think that would make an interesting x-ray exhibition also.
Now, when you take the x-ray, what do you do with it? You paint on it, find ways to display it, create the...
I do all sorts of different things. Sometimes I put just a gel behind it, which is colored, which gives it a different color. Or sometimes I'll put 2 or 3 or 4 x-rays on top of each other, so that the end result doesn't look anything like what the original looked like. And a lot of people are really surprised sometimes at what some of these x-rays look when they're put on top of each other.
So, and how do you generally acquire them? You don't hang out in the alleys behind doctors' offices, do you?
No.
The dumpsters?
The dumpsters. There's a recycling center where x-rays are sent to be recycled that has silver that they allow me to go through and pick out x-rays there. And some doctors save them especially for me and then give them to me. Right. So doctors and dentists and veterinarians, it doesn't make any difference. I like all of them.
Is anyone else in the world into x-ray art? Are there any x-ray artisans extant in the world?
According to my research, and I've looked on the internet and all over, I'm the only person in the world that is doing this type of artwork. So I think it's rather unique, which is one of the reasons I decided to get into it in the beginning.
Right. Well, if you're looking for x-rays with folks who swallowed unique items, why don't you just x-ray yourself and go ahead and swallow it?
I don't think I don't know. Some people have swallowed all sorts of...
Try my nameplate, Tom.
And see what it looks like when it's x-rayed?
Yeah, when it's inside your belly. That would be, you know. Could you see the letters?
No, you wouldn't be able to see the letters. You'd just see the outline, the shape of it.
Oh, I'm not going to do it if I can't get my name in.
Well, there you go. Well, sorry, but I won't swallow it then. I was going to.
You know, golf ball tip?
That would be good. You'd be surprised what some people swallow. There's a lot of people that swallow coins and things like that. It's amazing what people swallow.
I've been swallowing most of your line here for about 20 minutes.
You've been buying this. So.
I've been buying this whole thing for... Okay, Friday night. Sounds like it's going to be a ton of fun. Marcy will be there, the lovely Marcy Newbold, and it's York Street Cafe and Art Gallery, champagne hors d'oeuvres, that sort of thing, and sounds like it's just going to be a hoot. Thanks, Tom. We'll see you around. You leave your dial right where it is, especially if you need job information, because coming up next, our good pal Jim Clay with this week's edition of Job Connection, right here live on Intermedia 6, Northern Kentucky's News Channel.